Now the first iteration. A1, S1, in place of A2 it is going to be X2. A1, S1, X2. A1, Cj is M, so C bar is M. S1, Cj is 0, so C bar is 0. X2, Cj is 5, so C bar is 5. Now when we fill the values, as I have already told you, for the pivotal row, you have a formula, old value divided by pivot. So each old value divided by 1, which means you will be getting the same values again because each value is going to be divided by 1. So which makes our task easier. 60, 0, 1, 0, minus 1, 0 and 1. See, here we have sent the outgoing variable is A2. Here the A2 is the last column. If you want, you can write the values, finally cancel A2, or you need not even fill the values of A2. My suggestion is, if it is in the last, don't waste your time. Just scratch now itself. You need not fill the values also. It will save our time. And for the other rows, I have given you a formula which is old value divided by PC by P into PR. Old value divided by PC by P into PR. So let us take the values here. Old value divided by PC by P into PR. Old value, let me take row A1, 200 11 0 1, 200 11 0 1. These are the old values, minus PC by P, PC by P. For this row, PC value is 1, divided by the pivot is 1, 1 by 1 is 1. So PC by P is 1. So for all it is going to be 1 into, multiply this by the respective PR. The PR row is here. For 200 it is 60, for 1 it is 0, which means if I take the order 60, 0, 1, 0, minus 1, 0. 60, 0, 1, 0, minus 1, 0. Now let us take the answer. 1 into 60 is 60, 200 minus 60 is 140. 1 into 0 is 0, which means 1 minus 0, 1. 1 into 1 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 into 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, 0 minus minus 1 is plus 1. 1 into 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1. We have got the values. We can fill these values in the new simplex table. 140, 1, 00, 11. 140, 1, 00, 11, 11, and A2 I am not going to fill. And for the second row, old value minus PC by P. PC is 0, P is 1. PC is 0, P is 1, which means 0 by 1 is going to be 0, which means old value minus 0 into PR, any value, inside the bracket as it is 0, the entire bracket gets cancelled and the value outside is going to be the value. That means we are going to have the same value, 80, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. That's it. Now you can calculate Zj. 140 into M is 140M, 60 into 5 is 300, 140M plus 300. 1 into M is M, 1 into 0 is 0, 0 into 5 is 0, which means this is M. 0 into M is 0, 0 into 0 is 0, 5, 1 into 5 is 5, 0, 0, 0, M, 0, minus 5, M minus 5, then M, 0, 0, which is M. Zj minus Cj, 140M plus 300, m minus 3, 5 minus 5 is 0, this is 0, this is m minus 5, this is m minus m 0, already a2 is cancelled. Now again we have the m value. If m value is there, optimality is not arrived, we have to iterate, right? In that case, what is going to happen? Again choose the highest m. Which is the highest m? M minus 3 is highest or m minus 5 is highest? M minus 3. The worst m is, or the highest m is m minus 3, which means x1 is the incoming variable. As a result, x1 becomes the pivotal column. Incoming variable is the pivotal column. Pivotal column. Once we find the incoming variable in the pivotal column, use the theta, which is x0 by pc, find the pivotal row and the outgoing variable. 140 by 1 is equal to 140, x0 by pc. 80 by 1 is equal to 80. 60 by 0 is equal to infinity. Least positive is S1. S1 is the outgoing variable and that becomes the PR. So S1 is the PR, which is the outgoing variable. PR, outgoing variable. Then you have the pivot, which is 1. So again we will have to do the iteration. After the iteration, again we should check whether we get the m value or not. So we will start the second iteration. In the second iteration, in place of S1 you will have x1, which means a1, x1 and x2.